I'm not looking to be enemies. I have enough, and we've had enough of the sport of animus. I'm just focused on what can help get us to a better place. So what do you say? Let's get after it. Let's bring in two Democratic members of Congress, Illinois, Raja Krishnamoorthi, and Massachusetts, Jake Auchincloss. You guys both have very difficult names. You should have an easy name like Cuomo, but I handled it. So first, feel free to destroy what I just said. I'll start with you, Representative Krishnamoorthi. Do you understand where I'm coming from with word of these preemptive potential pardons?
Yeah, I don't like it. I think the pardon power is too unconstrained as it is. I actually, in the first Trump administration, drafted legislation to try to bring more transparency to the pardon process and try to get rid of this idea of preemptive pardons, which is basically a get out of jail free card even before any crimes have been charged, which doesn't make any sense. I think it's being abused and it needs to stop.
Jake, I get why. Then it's not going to happen. You're not going to pardon Trump. Biden won't do it. But aren't you concerned that we're about to have another round of lawfare? Will they just investigate all of your guys who investigated them?
Yes, I am concerned that Trump is going to weaponize the Department of Justice to go after his real or perceived political enemies. What I reject, though, Chris, about some of your framing is the equivalency between the two sides. I was in the chamber along with Raja on January 6th, and what we saw was one party abase themselves by genuflecting to Donald Trump's insistence on holding on to power, even at the cost of the lives of Capitol Hill police officers. And the other party, Democrats, walked back into that chamber, and we certified the election results. And we also, as a party, said ahead of the 2024 election results that we were going to respect them, win or lose. And we have lost, and we respect those election results. That peaceful transfer of power, that is not a both sides issue. That is one side has respected it, the other side has not. So, yes, I agree that it's a blood sport right now on the football field, but we're at least respecting the referees. The Republicans are yelling at the referees like some unhinged dads at a Pop Warner game.
Okay, fair, eloquent, but counter narrative. You are working the refs, and you have done these things. It was Democrats that did Russiagate when you had no chance of removing him, and wound up empty and based on intelligence, if you want to call it that you misled, not you, Jake, but that the party and the people who were doing it misled a lot of people about the depth and the significance of it, okay? And yes, you went in and certified, so did the Republicans, okay? And yes, Trump is easy to beat up on as a piñata, but you got to do more than that to win an election. And we just saw what happens when that's all you do. And then Hunter Biden's laptop was covered up by the DOJ under Biden's watch. That's weaponizing that agency. Giving him a pardon that is really about pardoning the Biden family is exactly what you accuse Trump of. And then saying it's about prosecutorial overreach when it's on your watch and everything that happened to Trump isn't? How am I supposed to take that as fair?
You put a lot on the table there. I'm not sure I can respond to all of it.
I flooded the zone, Jake. I'm hoping you forget something, and then I'll take it as agreement.
After you,
a couple
Jake.
of elements there. First of all, no, both sides did not certify the election. A majority of the Republican conference did not have the courage of their convictions or the courage to defend the Constitution. Number two, Hunter Biden, as I have said from the very beginning, to the extent that Hunter Biden has committed crimes, Hunter Biden should be accountable for them. No person in this country, whether the president or their family member, is above the law. I have disagreed with the president's pardon of his son, but it is worth noting, can you imagine a scenario where a family member of Donald Trump would have been prosecuted by the Department of Justice when he is president? So the fact that that even happened when Joe Biden was president just demonstrates, again, this is not a both sides issue. We follow the rule of law. Donald Trump wants to turn the Department of Justice into his own personal law firm.
Yeah, until Biden didn't. Roger, get in here.
Well, I was just going to say, again, this pardon power, I want to just go back to this. What it does is it really gets people to question the fair application of the law. You know, when Donald Trump was president, he pardoned Ivanka Kushner's father-in-law, Charlie Kushner, whom he just appointed as the ambassador to France.
Yeah,
which
crazy.
Is crazy, in my opinion, if you look at the allegations against him and what happened. Anyway, the bottom line is this, which is I strongly feel that At this point, we should consider constraining the pardon power, because I think we're going to go potentially.
It's in the Constitution, and it's left almost unfettered. We don't even know if these guys can't pardon themselves. How would you have it?
So, for instance, one of the things that we know you can do is shed more light on the pardon. Today, you can actually pardon somebody in secret, believe it or not. And you don't even have to disclose that a pardon was issued ever. And so there's nothing that would prevent, for instance, bringing transparency to that situation.
So here's my promise to you guys. And Jake, you're looking at me hard right now, but I know that you are a future leader in that party, and they all speak of you very well now. And that's why the team works so hard to get you here. And Raja's heard me kiss up to him this way several times. You guys are welcome to come here. We're not always going to agree. We don't agree on this. But I do agree in the work that you're supposed to do for the people who put you there. And you can come here to talk about what matters whenever you want. Raja can, Krishnamurthy can vouch for that. You'll come here, we'll discuss the issues that matter instead of this back and forth about which party is worse and what's equivalent is it. Because this stinks, what's going on, and I'm glad you guys aren't involved in it, to be honest. So thank you for coming on. Conversations to be continued, because there's a lot of work that people need done. We just saw it on the election, and you guys are going to be players. If I don't talk to you before, have happy Christmas and happy holidays, but I'll talk to you. Thank you both. Jake Auchincloss, Raja Krishnamurthy, thank you very much for being here.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays. Thank you.
4 minutes.